So you want to buy a Porsche and you have it in your mind that the car needs to be low, it needs to have 2 doors, and it needs to be sporty. Well, the car that we have today still has the Porsche badge. It is not low, it does not have 2 doors, but it is still very sporty. In fact, the world is saying that this is the sportiest SUV in the market right now, and we are going to be testing it out on In Here today. So let me ask you this honestly, when was the last time you saw an SUV and you thought this really looks like a sports car more than it does look like an SUV? Now this car behind me, the Macan, really does look like the sports car. You know why? It's very simple to do it. It's because it is based on the 911 and the 918 design language. In other words, this car, the best word to use to describe it is very handsome. It is very handsome, undeniably so, and it not only looks very handsome, but also the entire thing has great purpose behind it, okay? So let's talk a little bit about the design cues. If you look at the headlamps, it's swept back, it's taken from the 918. Very, very beautiful stuff. But it's not only beautiful, but it's also functional because it's got a 4-point LED DRL business going on inside it, and of course, it's also HID. Then if you look at the bonnet, it's actually clamshell, and not only does it look good, but it's also very clever, you see, because air goes in via the front and center grille, which of course looks very pronounced, and then the air actually circulates inside the clamshell bonnet. The bonnet actually acts as an aerodynamic airflow regulator, so it actually directs the air to go exactly where it needs to go in the engine bay. It's very, very clever. So the front design, very handsome, undeniable. Then the raked windshield makes the car look like it's got very sporty intentions, which it really does have. What about the sides? Let's go and check it out. From the side, the car looks very handsome, undeniably so. To me, it's sort of like a hatchback meets SUV type of line, but with the silhouette of a sports car, and it's very clean, but at the same time it looks just like it's going forward even when it's not. Very smart design to me. Let's look at what you get with the car. Now this particular car comes with the 21-inch wheels that comes from the 911 Turbo, right? But the standard affair are 18 inches. So when you have the 21-inch wheels, you get the 265/40/21 Michelin Latitude Sport 3 tires. You heard me right, 265/40. They are wide. They are proper wide tires, and these are of course super SUV sports tires from Michelin, and they act really, really well. And also it looks really good as well. Now, apart from the 911 coming from here, you've got a 918 from this carbon fiber side plates over here, and again, that's inspired from the 918. Tail design continues with the clean design language, and this really gorgeous looking tail lamps really is a business light. It's got a very 3D effect going on there, and it looks really gorgeous, especially at night when you feel like the red lights are jumping at you, telling you to stop if you're in the car behind. Not that you want to rear end a Porsche in the first place, but hey, it's a good reminder. What you get over here is something that's completely clean, and it's so clean you probably won't even be able to find the button to open the boot. Well, it's right there actually. Now, once the boot is open, you've got a very usable space, making this a very practical sports car. 500 litres over here, and of course you've got the folding seats, which means you can just fit the entire IKEA in here, which is really good. In its class, it's one of the biggest boots around. Welcome to the cockpit. Now of course this is keyless go, so all I need is to have the keys here with me, but you still need to twist that knob over here because Porsche believes that it needs to be emotional, so you need to twist it to start the engine, and then you've got the full shebang going on over here. Let me just close this door and properly welcome you. Check it out. Easy entry. Now, what you get over here is, of course, the hallmark of what every good Porsche is, a great looking interior. It's very functional. You've got all the buttons in the back, you've got all controls, everything within easy reach, and it's got the very typical circular instrument cluster in front of you, which in the 911 you probably have 5 circles, but here in the Macan you have 3. Yeah lah, it makes sense, right? Because it's the baby Porsche, so to speak. Now, you've got a bank of options for you to go with, a lot of buttons for you to play around with. You will be keeping yourself occupied for the longest time. This particular car also comes with a sliding panoramic sunroof, which looks the business, and it really does look really nice. The fit and finish is not anywhere near being bad. It is just pristine. The stitches are really nice, the leather feels really great, the buttons feel solid. These seats are a cost option because they're the more expensive leather, and they just look really nice. And not only do they look really nice, they also feel very nice because it's got multiple way adjustments. In fact, it is a cost option. You don't want to see the price tag on this thing because the options list, the cost options list, can be very long and very expensive. Okay, I'm just going to look at the interior stuff over here. These seats, this beautiful looking leather interior, is a 12,000 ringgit option. This entire thing in front of us, which means yes, you do get your in-car entertainment system as standard, but you also get stuff like the Porsche communication management, the Bose surround sound system, the mobile phone preparation, and also the sports chrono pack, which is this little baby over here. That entire thing, I'm not going to say the number, but it's enough for you to buy the cheapest car brand new in Malaysia cash. You've got a lot of stuff over here. The panoramic sunroof is a cost option. You've also got the air suspension with the self-leveling. It is a cost option in the Macan, but it is a standard affair in the other models in the range. A lot of stuff that can happen over here, but it all doesn't matter if this car does not drive sublimely. So we really want to find out if this car is really the sportiest SUV out there. So I'm going to stash this away, I'm going to pull my belt, and I'm going to go off for a spin. Well, one thing is very apparent. From the get-go, you will realize that this car is very eager to go. This is thanks to the 2-litre turbocharged engine that pushes out enough power and torque to actually really entertain you. A lot of people are saying, hello, it's 2 litres and it's a Porsche, question mark number 1. Turbocharged, question mark number 2. Well, this really proves them wrong because the car has a lot of talent and a lot of gumption going on for it. The power delivery is very precise and very immediate. It does not make you feel rushed towards something, but it does give you the confidence to actually sprint. So instead of shoving you to your destination, it actually invites you to sprint along with it. That's pretty much the best description I can give, because it just has a type of go that is just so uniquely Porsche, and that is partly thanks to the fact that this car is a full-time four-wheel drive, and you can definitely feel it. You can feel the traction on the very wide 265 cross-section wheels, and it really just goes. And I am in comfort mode. There are several driving modes that you could choose from the bank of buttons over here, like I mentioned earlier. You've got Sport and Sport Plus, which really just alters the way the engine responds to you, as well as transmission. The transmission, of course, you could choose to either let it go totally manual, or you could go totally automatic. It is completely up to you. You've got manual selection over here, and also manual shifting selection via the pedal shifters, which just feels really great because it looks like solid pieces of aluminum that's been milled to make this beautiful pedal shifters over here. And when you do use it, you will realize that it is just so precise. It's PDK at its best. Let's check it out. It just goes, it's just really quick and fantastic. The car itself can be lowered to 180 millimeters thanks to the air suspension earlier mentioned, and when you do and you're attacking the roads really quickly, you'll feel that the car is even more aerodynamic. The steering, don't say that, the steering is electromagnetic, and it's electric, and it's nicely weighted. It feels really great, and it just feels like you're getting just about the right amount of input, and you are also able to point the car in the exact direction that you want to take it to, and it will just go. The driving position is fantastic thanks to the fact that these seats can really be adjusted to whatever position you want them to be, and also the bolsters on the side, on the seat as well as on the backrest really grips you into place, making you feel less squishy in the seat. So less squishy seats along with less squishy suspension just adds up to make a real driver's car. Check the way I take this turn. It just plants itself. It just really it's so precise, it's brilliant. Now, 99.99% of people who bought this car ain't going to be taking it off-road like what we've done over here. Okay lah, soft version. And Porsche knows this. That's precisely why this car is so road biased. Not only is it road biased, but it's very road performance biased, which is all good. Now, isn't it a great feeling to know that if you wanted to take this car off-roading, you technically can, because you feel like this car, you can do anything with it. Now, where does this put the Porsche Macan in the market it sits in right now? The car is based on the Audi Q5. In Malaysia, the Q5 is 100 grand less, but also it's less powerful, which technically puts the Q5 out of the race if that's really what you're considering. The only real contender to the throne is the BMW X4, which is more expensive and slightly more powerful. But ask yourself this, do you want to drive a baby X6, or do you want to drive, quite simply, a Porsche? I know what my answer is going to be, and I hope you do too.